Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex, and I am answering a book tag by At Life with Patty. And I just thought that this was a great thing. I'm doing this. So the question number one is favorite female author. I would say Kristen Hanna, Jodi Picoult, Ann Patchett, Pamela Terry, and Charmaine Wilkerson. These are just like very few female authors I love, and I call them books that I pre-order. Favorite male author number two is Wally Lamb and Pat Conroy. Um, Wally Lamb wrote The River is Awaiting. That came out this year. Wonderful. Pat Conroy wrote The Prince of Tides, one of my favorite books of all time. Number three, what is your favorite book of all time? I would have to say, and this is not um I have to do a few. So Prince of Tides, The Four Winds, Atmosphere I loved by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Man, oh man, there's so many incredible books. Yeah, it's a hard one. Four, how do you read? So I read with audiobook, and then I also sometimes buy the hardcover or whatever copy I can get for just my bookshelf, and I can lend people books that way. Number five, where do you buy the majority of your books? Um, Barnes and Noble, used bookstores. I do library a lot. I also do Scribs and Libby. Six is, do you keep your books or do you get rid of them? So I always get rid of my books, not all of them. There's certain books that I do keep, like Jodi Picoult, Kristen Hanna, Ann Patchett, those types of authors that I love. And also books that I, love, love, love. But I do get rid of books a lot because I have so many books that I can't even move sometimes. And so I do get rid of stuff. I mean, Goodwill, I give them to friends. And I actually, what I do is, if anybody is going to get rid of books, if your books are in good condition, give them to your local library. I think they appreciate it more than Goodwill does. Seven, do you use the library a lot? I do use the library. I don't use it all the time. I'm fortunate enough to be able to buy books, or I have the resources to, do other things other than the library. But I always support my local library. I go to the library probably twice a month. 8, how much do you read in a year? Well, today is November 13th, and I have just read 201 books. So I read a lot, and this is why I'm on YouTube, and I am so happy to be among book nerds. And you can follow me on Goodreads. I'm going to link my ad in the comment section, or the info section. For you can follow me on Goodreads because I read all the time. Okay, 9. Do you belong to any book clubs? If so, how many? So my local Barnes and Noble used to have a book club. Then they had staffing issues, and they, they don't have enough staff to support it. And so that was annoying. And then I was in a book club that the local library does. And I got to tell you, those women that were in my book club were so boring. I was like, I want to die. I literally want to die. And I could not go back. And also, and this is not the fault of anybody at the library or those women, they tend to read older books because they want to like be able to provide a copy for everybody, not like for you to keep, but to borrow or whatever. And they can't, obviously afford to buy new books all the time. And there's like, 20 copies. So I just tend to not do the book clubs right now because I haven't found any good book clubs locally. I would love to find a good book club locally, but it just hasn't happened. Okay, 10. What is the longest you've read in one single sitting? So, in my life with Patty's video, she talked about the Four Winds. Patty, I read the Four Winds in one sitting. So I read for 14 hours straight. Everyone knew, like I was working, I had a job and I took 2 days off and from work. And one day I just read and then the other day I slept. It was fabulous. Okay, number 11. Were you always an avid reader? So as a child, yes. And then when I got into high school, I was like, ugh, whatever. I just read for school. And then about 10 years ago, I got really into it again. And I will not ever stop reading. I'm never gonna not go back to it. Absolutely. So yeah, I was always an avid reader, and then for about like 5 years, I wasn't. Okay, number 12. Were your parents readers? Yep, my mom is a pretty avid reader. She doesn't read as much as I do. But that's okay. She probably reads about oh my god, she probably reads about like 4 or 5 books a month, which is quite a bit. She loves to listen to audiobooks like I do. And she usually typically reads books that I suggest to her. So I'm always suggesting books to her. Excuse me, I'm just going to have some water. And my mom always used to read to me at nighttime. So that was a nice way to grow up. All right, what is the next question? Are you a seasonal reader? I'm an every season reader, okay? Like, absolutely. But I do read romance in February. I read a fall book. I read Christmas stories. So yeah, I am a seasonal person. Do you ever go for reading slumps? Yes, I do. And you know what? When I go through reading slumps, I read a Danielle Steele book or a Nora Roberts or Debbie Maycumber or something. Books that kind of are simple, straightforward, predictable, and straight to the point. And then I get off my reading slump. But for me, I read so much that I can't afford to do a reading slump. I'm just like, all right, you know what? Like, I'm going to finish this book. If it kills me or not, I'm just going to listen to the darn thing and finish it. The last question. Are you a person that keeps lists of what you read, like Goodreads or something, absolutely. I just said that I'm going to put my Goodreads for you guys can follow me and message me there. I love Goodreads. Like for me, for someone who reads all the time, I seriously could not remember everything I read in a year or, whatever, if I didn't have Goodreads or if I didn't write it down because I read, 200 books. So, of course I make and I write reviews on my books, on the books. I'm not an author. But yeah, so yeah, thank you, Patty, for doing this. I might start my own. Man, oh man, you know what? I might do a reading tag. Maybe not in the next few weeks because I have a couple things planned already and filmed. But maybe in December because December is a slow book month. So you shall see. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Patty, for being wonderful and making this this list. And I hope you guys have a good day, good evening, whenever you watch this, and keep reading. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.